Hello everyone, and welcome to the Super Mario 64 Task Competition 2018 Task 13. Task for this task was to warp to overshoot into the wild blue, collect 3 red coins, and collect the shoot into the wild blue star. Of course, as always with these task competitions, you need to go as fast as possible. One more special thing is you may not warp after time starts, you may not use the owl. Time starts and the stage is visible after warping. No grabbing objects prior to warping, and no collecting any coins prior to warping. Excited to see all the entrants to this task. There were a ton of entrants. Without further ado, let's get started. Starting off, in 44th place, Ada, the time of 36.10 and 66 re-records. Let's load up their run. Don't worry, Mr. Shots, you'll be up soon. What? What's going on with this? Sorry, having a little bit of a technical issue here. Give me 1 second while I try to figure this out. Oh, it was misspelled. There we go. Here we go. Now it should play. Sorry about that, everyone. Apologize for the brief technical issue. Goes into the warp. Walks a little bit. Dives over to the moving around spinning thing. Grinds a little bit just for swag. Gets the first red coin. Side flips up to the second red coin. Long jumps over the piranha plant and goes down ground pounds to avoid missing and going too fast. Tries to triple jump up, ends up A-B kicking. Gets the third red coin, then needs to get the star, slides down the ramp a little bit, gets a bunch of speed from that slide, goes all the way behind, wall kicks up, and jumps into the star. Great job to Ada, with a time of 36.10 and 44th place. Next up, in 43rd place, Mr. Shots with a 6-second time save with a 7.5 rather, with 28.68 and 364 re-records. Let's load up their run. Better luck next time to Mr. Shots. Description I will submit earlier next time. Starts off by going into the warp. Does the punch trick right there immediately. Long jumps twice to get over to this red coin. Does a wall kick to be able to get it all the way up here. Another wall kick to be able to get the second one. Gets a bunch of speed from the slope. Ends up turning completely around though. A bunch of jump kicks to be able to get all the way back up to the top. Long jumps across. Some grinding action to be able to better get speed. Long jumps over. Does a dive recover onto the top. Hits the sign. Free running action right there. And does a side flip dive into the star. Good job to Mr. Shots for getting 43rd in this competition. Yeah, that route could have been worse. Somehow. But anyways, next up, in 42nd place, Brittany with a time of 26.73 and 51 re-records. Let's load up their run. Description, who is CeeSZee? I don't know. Long jumps immediately, manages to jump on the top of that sign, goes over the little triangle there, waits to get the red coin right here, doesn't want to go too fast, grabs the ledge and avoids the piranha plant, dives to get the third red coin, gets a 1-up there, question mark, side flips up right there immediately, and long jumps into the star. Managing to destroy Mr. Shots with a significantly better round. Great job to Brittany, finishing in 42nd place. Next up, in 41st place, Mr. Pickle Knots with a time of 26.37 and 218 re-records. Let's load up their run. Barely missing out on the top 40. Better luck next time to Mr. Pickle Knots, who gives a nice smiley face in the description. Walks into the warp. Wall kicks and manages to go on top of this guy. Does a wall kick to grab the very top. Wants to go all the way over instead of going around. Gets the red coin next to the piranha plant. Jumps over the piranha plant. Gets the red coin up there. Now it's probably going to go for the long jumps to go up a little faster. Dives to get a bunch of speed. Immediately stops it all with the help of that fence. Does a forward side flip and a slide kick into the star. Just managing to take a slightly different route than Brittany and just shave off some frames where they couldn't. Great job to Mr. Pickle Knots, finishing in 42nd place. Next up, in 40th place, barely missing out on the top 40. Oh my god. Darky, with a time of 25.87 and 57 re-records. Let's load up their run. Instead of going on top, actually manages to go around. Long jumps all the way over here to this area. Gets the red coin behind the piranha plant at the start. The other red coin next to the piranha plant. Long jumps to get the third one. Goes into the cannon. And uses the cannon. Lines himself up. Grabs the pole. Goes off the pole and goes directly into the star. Great route by Darky, doing something that no one up to this point has done anything close to that. Using the cannon, going completely around the left side. Very interesting route. Excited to see more of your tasks in the future. Next up, breaking the top 40 in 39th place, Igus Yeller, a time of 23.17 with a 2.5 second cut over Ducky, with 68 re-records. Let's load up their run. Description: if this is my final submission, then it sucks. Lol. Long jumps up. Does a dive over here. Actually, long jumps all the way over the triangle gray thing. Kills the piranha plant. Gets the red coin there. Long jumps up to get the red coin on the slope. Goes across, slides for a little bit. Does a side flip and slide kicks all the way into the star at the very end. Great job to Igus. Finishing in 39th place in this competition. Oh, why do people do this? Why do people do this? Next up, in 38th place, Venmo, with a time of 22.93 and 1,642 re-records, using the most re-records of anyone in this competition so far. Let's load up their run. Better luck next time to Venmo. Description: when's Dory task? I wish. Waiting outside the warp. Walks right in. Does the Darky route, goes all the way around the left side. But instead of going to the red coin next to the piranha plant, it actually goes all the way to the Whomp red coin. That's an interesting little route optimization there. There's 3 red coins. Now they don't need to worry about getting the one in the air. Doesn't go to the cannon, unlike Darky. Goes all the way past the star and side flips up immediately into it. Great job to Venmo, finishing in 38th place. Next up, in 37th place, CeeSZee, with a time of 22.80 and 101 re-records. Let's load up their run, barely beating out Venmo. Better luck next time to Letos, all 26 of them. Immediately goes into the warp. Does a punch trick right there to get a bunch of speed. Dives off of the fence there. Does a bunch of side flips to be able to get all the way over here. Uses the piranha plant to give him a little bit of a boost going up to here. Actually manages to do butt slides and jump kicks to be able to get the third red coin on that slope. Goes down over to the star, side flips, and does a slide kick right at the end to be able to go into it. Great job to Letas, finishing in 37th place. Next up, in 36th place, I'm probably going to mispronounce this, Erebetra, with a time of 22.25 and 139 re-records. Let's load up their run. Sorry for destroying that name. Starts off by punching into the warp. Immediately jumps. Long jumps goes all the way around the fence and goes to the red coin in the air immediately. Wow, going for a completely different red coin than some of the other competitors. Goes all the way down and up to get the Piranha Plant red coin, and then the one right there. Goes over the top of the gray structure. Jumps down with a jump kick. Jump kicks down through the pole and just slide kicks directly into the star. Great job to Erebetra, finishing in 36th place with a cool pole mechanic trick right there to not grab it right at the end. Great job. Next up, in 35th place, Fufua, with a time of 21.83 and 111 re-records. Let's load up their run. Fufua, that's a fun one to say. Long jumps and slides a little bit on the fence. Gets the first red coin with the help of the spinning brown object right there. Long jumps back over the Piranha Plant to get to the slope red coin at the bottom. Triple jumps over the slope to be able to cut the corner. Does a side flip into a wall jump and then just walks into the star. Great job to Fufua, finishing in 35th place. Great job. Next up, in 34th place, Comma 2, barely missing out on the sub 20-second mark with a time of 20.07. The pretty large time cut, with 39 re-records. Let's load up their run. Better luck next time to Comma 2. Comma 2. I don't even get this joke, so I'm not going to read it. Goes for the triple jump off of the top, goes all the way up. Gets the red coin behind the Piranha Plant over here. First person I've seen go all the way up with the help of an immediate triple jump on top of that Whomp. Walks down to the side flip and then jump kicks into the star right at the very end. I agree, that was a pretty good route. Walking at the end, not so good, but everything else, a pretty good route. Good for 39 re-records, I agree. Next up, in 33rd place, Forever Park, with a time of 18.93, saving over a second off of Comma 2, with 145 re-records. Let's load up their run. Times are coming down fast. Description, this idiot didn't provide any descriptions. That was the description. Fakes going into the warp and ends up actually going into the warp. Does 2 long jumps to be able to get this red coin over here, but instead fakes me out and goes for the Piranha Plant red coin. Goes for the rotating brown structure red coin, then the slope one. Jump dives all the way over the corner there, cutting it into an immediate side flip into a slide kick. Just with a pretty fast route, which is why they were able to save over a full second over Comma 2. Great job to Forever Park, finishing in 33rd place. Next up, in 32nd place, Mr. Piet 1001, also with almost a full second cut, 0.9, with a time of 18.03 and 296 re-records. Let's load up their run. Yeah, these cuts are pretty big. You guys are pretty close to this. You should be worried. Description, free run. Yep, Mr. Piet, well known for winning one of the free run competitions. Punches the warp and goes into it. Starts out with an immediate long jump, has to kind of maneuver his way around the pole. Ends up riding the rotating thing right there. Gets the small area red coin into the slope and does a triple jump into a side flip with the help of the brown structure. Long jumps through the wall. That's a fun trick you can do with the fence, and goes all the way down to the star. Great clip right there at the end. I liked that little mini optimization. It's one of my favorite clips. Then reads the sign. That's how you know it's a true free run. Science shenanigans. Great job to Mr. Pitt, finishing in 32nd place. Next up. That's not in the bottom 10. There's 44 people. This guy's 32nd. Math, come on, man. But anyways, next up. In 31st, Silver 328. Time of 17.77 and 541 rave records. Let's load up their run. Silver. Description, I think I can do something. Pretty well. Bunch of tricks immediately and go straight through the pole. Uses the fence to clip a little bit. Nice little mini grind right there. Jump dives to get the red coin. Jump dives to get the third red coin as well. Gets a bunch of speed from the slope and uses it to go down. Was that a speed kick? Not sure. But then side flips and then goes all the way into the star. That was a pretty clean run, I agree. Great job to Silver. With a pretty optimized version of that route, I agree. Next up, in 30th, breaking the top 30, and 30th place, Nathan with a time of 17.23 and 418 seconds, with a half-second, 418 re-records rather, with a half-second cut over Silver. Let's load up their run. Description, I'm bad at tassing. Well, you beat the legendary Mr. Shots, so I don't know. Thanks to the bits, Nathan. Starts out for the punch trick into a long jump. Jump dives, ends up jumping and uses the rotating platform. Gets the 2 Piranha Plant 1-ups. Does a glitchy wall kick to go over the top. That's a new strat. Haven't seen anyone use that yet. Lands on top of the thwomp at the very bottom and kicks into the star. That was a cool run. It might not have been the fastest run, but that certainly was a super cool route. Great job to Nathan. Even if he didn't go super fast, it looked pretty dang cool. Great job. Great job. Anyways, next up, in 29th place, breaking the top 30. Speedy Cube 64 with a time of 17.07, also coincidentally with 418 re-records. Let's load up their run. That's a weird coincidence, actually. Description, anime is for weebs. Goes into the warp. There's a jump there instead. Goes all the way over the little triangle right there. Nice grind to get a little bit of speed. Goes for the wall jump right there. Get all the way over, and instead speed kicks, side flips, and dives into the star. Great job at Speedy Cubes, getting 29th place in this competition. Barely missing out on the sub 17. Next up, in 28th place, Can Kicker 8, living up to his name with a time of 16.57 and 826 re-records. Another half-second time cut. So many half-second cuts. What will number 1 be? -4 seconds? Let's load up their run. Description, Star Road 2 by K's, 400 Stars Task by Meme Tasser. Great memes right there. Long jumps all the way around the back. What the heck? Sparkler triple jumps. That's a completely different route than I've seen. Gets the 2 reds on top, kills the Piranha Plant, glitchy wall kicks as well. Goes around the back of King Whomp, and then just jumps down and kicks into the star. What are these routes? You guys are coming up with some crazy routes. Even in like the 30s, you guys' routes are pretty ridiculous. Sparkly triple jumping off the top of one of the enemies to get up to that platform? Great job, Can Kicker. Great job. Next up, in 27th place, Endurance with a time of 16.50 and 413 re-records. Let's load up their run. Description, better luck next time. Capitalized all weird. Starts off sleeping and punches his way into the warp. Does some jump dives and lands on the rotating structure. Nice little bit of grind to get a bunch of speed there. Gets the Piranha Plant red and the other red right there. And just manages to do a pretty common route so far, just shave off a lot of time. Great job to Endurians, finishing in 27th place. Saving off some time where some of the earlier submissions could not. Next up, in 26th place, Nim, one letter away from Nis, finishing with a time of 16.43 and 289 rave records. Let's load up their run. Nim. Don't load Nisses, load Nims. Description: SMG1 free run by Nim and Xander. Go watch, like, and sub your Seb. I don't know what that last word was supposed to be, but let's watch it run. Starts off waiting. There you go. Finally goes into the warp. Looks like they're going for the triple jump. Yep. Kills the Whomp at the very beginning. That's a little optimization there a lot of people didn't think of. You don't actually need to have that Whomp. You don't need to be able to go around him either. Goes past the Piranha Plant, cuts the corner a little bit with a long jump, and just does a regular jump into a slide kick at the end to get the star. Slight little bit of cheese there by killing King Wonk before the task even started. Great job to Nim, finishing in 26th place. Next up, in 25th place, Patachu with a time of 16.27 and 236 re-records. Let's load up their run. Description: when standing still, is it faster to long jump into a jump dive or just run into a jump dive? I don't know. I'll let the chat decide. Starts off getting a lot of speed by running around the signs. Then goes into the warp. Does the punch trick there to get a bunch of speed. Rides on the structure. Jumps across. Gets the 2 red coins next to the Piranha Plants. Goes all the way around the backside. Does a jump dive and then jumps all the way down to the star with the help of a dive right at the very end. Great job to Patachu. Getting 25th in this competition. Good job. Next up, in 24th place, Edio 0141 with a time of 16.23, barely beating out Patachu by 0.04 of a second, with a question mark amount of re-records probably edited. Let's see right now. Of course, we don't want anyone editing their re-records, right? Yeah, he has a lot of re-records. -1 billion. -2 billion. The description says this is very funny. You watch till end. K, thanks, bye. What? What? This run crashed my Mubin. Let's watch that one more time. Did it again. Sorry, but it looks like we're not going to be able to watch that run. Apologize to Edio. But, yeah, don't mess with your runs like this if you want it to be shown off. Sorry about that, everyone. Looks like Edio is going to be skipped. Next up. In 23rd place, Bubisha, time of 14.93, cutting off a second and 0.3 of a second in 478 re-records. Let's load up their run. What the heck? That is a huge time cut. La la la, as always. Starts out with the triple jump. Goes around all the way up onto the... Only gets 1 up there. Gets the 2nd red and the 3rd red. Then goes around the top. Just does a regular jump kick all the way down to the bottom, and then goes all the way down to the star. Great job to Bubisha, getting better and better at tassing, I've noticed. Great job. Finishing in 23rd place. Next up, in 22nd place, Lil Cakeoff won at the time of 14.83 and 1,641 re-records. Let's load up their run. No K's, you have to collect the specific star. Kicks into the warp. Going for the triple jump up strat, yep. Bounces on the piranha plant to get this one red coin. Gets the second and third red coin on the way back, also killing the piranha plant, doing a bunch of jump dives. I've seen that strat somewhere before. Shoutouts to the old 120 star task. Great job to Little Cough, finishing in 22nd place. You're not erasing my save files. I'm not letting you. Not again. Great job to Little Cough, doing particularly well. Next up, in 21st place, Taychuk, time of 14.80, beating Little Cakeoff, won by 1 frame, with a re-record count of 2,921. I believe that's the most of anyone in the competition so far. Yep. Let's load up their run. Description: this task is cool. I like this task. I agree. I also like this task. Let's watch your run. Nice dive right there. Goes for the triple jump at a different location, giving faster access to that red coin, which lets them save a frame. It does a slide kick there to go through the piranha plant. Looks like they're going for a very similar route. Yeah, very similar. Just managed to optimize a frame better than Lil K. Cough. Wow. It's 1 frame better. That's crazy. Great job to Taychuk for finishing in 21st place. Barely missing out on the top 20, but getting in the top half. Good job. Next up, in 20th place, breaking the top 20. 20th place, Fifth Dispense, time of 14.73 and 933 re-records. Let's load up their run. Fifth Dispense. Manatee is the description. I'm tired, says Mario. Long jumps around the back. Gets the Whomp one up. Clips through the top. Goes all the way and gets 3 one-ups on the very top. And then just jump dives all the way into the star. Great job to Fifth Dispense. Doing a completely different route. Getting completely different red coins, but managing to do it a little bit faster than some of the earlier competitors. Yeah, if you would have grabbed the star under the thing, you would have probably been a lot higher. Better luck next time. But anyways, next up, in 19th place, the one we all know and love, doing particularly well in this competition, Not Plush, with a time of 14.68 and 1,320 re-records. Great job, Not Plush, on finally making it into the top half. Description: Ted, you can attempt my Math Blaster world record any day. You don't have that world record. Long jumps also around the backside. Yep. Instead of going for the Whomp red coin, gets the 2 piranha plant red coins and then the one on the slope. Also doing the clip. Pretty common theme right there at the end. Great job to Not Plush, finishing in the top 20 in this competition. Next up, in 18th place, Skepex, the time of 14.40 and 3,266 re-records. That's the most amount of re-records of anyone in this competition so far at this point. Let's watch their run. Starting off right outside the warp. Looks like they're going around the back as well. Is that a slight clip to the fence? This is similar to another run done by a significantly earlier competitor. Gets 2 red coins from all the way up there with the help of a triple jump from the Whomp, and does a jump dive all the way down to the bottom. Just great finish and great run all throughout by Skepex, finishing in 18th place. Great job. Next up, in 17th place, Dargos, finishing with a time of 14.18 and a re-record count of 1,454. Great job, Dargos. Let's watch their run. Description: my entry for Ethan's meme compilation. Warps and immediately warps back. Does a jump and then a dive there. Nice double jump with the help of the moving platform. Gets the 1-up. Speed kicks, side flips, dives, and goes into the star. Pretty standard route, just manages to save a bunch of time where some of the earlier competitors didn't. Including up to like 8 seconds. That's pretty crazy, Dargos. Great job, finishing in the top 20 in this competition. Next up, in 16th place, Adil, time of 13.90, first person to sub 14 seconds, and a re-record count of 2,062. Great job, Adil. Let's watch your run. Description: first time tassing Super Mario 64. I hope will place good with my task. For a first time tasser, I'd say you did pretty well. Great job beating out established tashers such as Not Plush. It's probably the best first time tasser placement we've seen so far, actually. Starts out with a punch into a long jump. Jumps to get the red coin, immediate side flip dive to get the second red coin and the third red coin near the piranha plants. 2 jumps to be able to go over fast. Long jumps around the back and does a jump dive into the star right at the very end. Okay. Even if they weren't the best newcomer, they still did incredibly well. Great job to Adil. Great run. I expect great things from you. Next up, in 15th place, Go-Go, time of 13.77 and 392 re-records. Let's load up their run. He sure went ham on this competition. Description: I hope I placed top 15. Yeah, you did. You did. Starts out with a long jump. Long jumps all the way to the red coin. Pretty similar route to Dargos' run, I believe. Does a quick grind with the help of that cannon lid. And just side flips and slide kicks all the way into the star right at the very end. Great job to Go-Go. Calling their placement 15th. Great job. But anyways, next up, in 14th place, Brett, the legendary freerunning master. Time of 13.70, barely beating out Go-Go. 3 record count of 1,042. Let's load up their run. Description: hello Mario friends from Parallel Universe and how to beat with 0.5A presses. Yeah. And glitches when pull find to do. Great description, Brett. Please never make one again. Starts off looking for the triple jump route. Yep, the triple jump route, and goes all the way to the arrow. Gets the 2 red coins up here. Looks like they're gonna go for a BLJ. What the heck? BLJs with the stairs. Pause BLJs into the red coin. Okay, let's watch that one again. Let's watch that one again. You can't see a BLJ like that and just not watch that again. Starts out with a triple jump. Goes to the arrow red coin right here. 2 red coins into the pause BLJ right here. Looks like they stopped from the fence, enabling them to turn around relatively quick and just jumped around directly into the star. Great job to Brett. Doing a pretty swaggy strat. Next up, in 13th place, Alex X167 with a time of 13.60, barely beating out Brett by 1/10 of a second. With a re-record count of 4,119, that's the peak at this point. Let's watch their run. Please don't spoil the results of this competition, everyone. Okay, let's not read that description. Or the author. Wow. You guys can figure that one out yourself. Starts out with a long jump, BLJ, and kicks directly into the painting. Has to set up, of course. Their first time going into Whomp's Fortress. Jumps over the fence. Slide kicks all the way down to the warp. Fakes going into the warp. Changes the camera to look cooler. Walks into the warp, and then eventually actually goes in. Some cool camera strats. You can't see what's going on here. Long jumps over the red coin. Immediately does a side flip. Gets the red coin on the slope. Long jumps down. Does a regular jump into a dive into the star. Great job to Alex, finishing in 13th place in this competition. Really beating out Brett. Great job. Next up, in 12th place, Matt won Jack CeeSZee with a time of 13.50 and 1,370 re-records. Let's load up their run. Even if parallel universes were banned in this task competition, you can't actually get to one in Whomp's Fortress. So, yeah. Description: can't get Stroop to work. How high can I place without it? 12th? I'd say that's pretty well. Starts off immediately going into the warp. Dives off the sign. And goes all the way to this red coin over here. Goes to the Planet red coin and side flips off of the rotating brown thing. Just long jumps all the way down. Doesn't need to do the 120 star task. Manages to clip without it. That was a pretty dang great round by Matt. Finishing in 12th place. Nice squish there right at the end. Next up, in 11th place, barely missing out on the top 10. Better luck next time, Black Mozart with almost a half-second cut, 0.37 to be precise, with a time of 13.13 and 1,533 re-records. Let's load up their run. Better luck next time to Black Mozart. Author, free run. What was that glitchy wall kick? What the heck? Goes past the pole with the help of a jump into a dive. Nice grind into even better dive grind right there. Gets a bunch of speed with the help of that slope. Single jump into a dive into the star. Great job to Black Mozart. Barely missing out on the top 10 in this competition. Of course I will, Sam. Good luck, good job to Black Mozart. And now, for the top 10 of the Super Mario 64 Task Competition 2018 Task 13. Starting off, in 9th place, that's right, there was a tie, Rush 57, time of 12.33, 0.8 second cut, with a re-record count of 3,848. Pretty crazy cut. Let's load up their run. Wonder who they tied with. Description: 24th. No. Let's see. You are a full 3.9 seconds than 24th. Starts off with a triple jump using the help of the sign right there. Looks like they're BLJing on the top of the Whomp to get those two. What the heck? Nice breakdance while sliding off the ledge just to look cool into a... What? We're watching this one again. That was a crazy BLJ right there. BLJing just raw on the top of the thwomp. Watch that one more time. Triple jumps. Goes all the way up to the one red coin right there. I thought they were going to get the red coin on the top of the thwomp, but instead it's just faster to get the two right there on the way. Great job to Rush57, finishing in 9th place. Make sure not to spoil the results, everyone. Just making sure you guys know that. Don't do that. Anyways, also in 9th place, Iwer Sonsch, the time of 12.33 and 4,531 re-records. That's the most amount of re-records so far. Let's load it up. Iwer. Walking into the warp when you're walking. Looks like instead of going for a weird route, just doing a pretty good one. Goes for the 2 Piranha Plant 1-ups, or red coins rather, and just manages to go all around the level, pretty much doing a full loop, particularly fast, finishing in 9th place. Completely different strat, just managing to tie. Nice 1-frame turnaround right there. Great job to Iwer. Also getting into the top 10. Let's watch that one more time, not forgetting it this time. Does the punch trick. Does a kick onto the rotating thing. Just does dives over the fence and lands, getting the star all the way at the end. Just doing a full loop all the way around the course. Great job to Iwer. Next up, in 8th place, Xander, time of 12.20 and 4,773 records. That's the max so far. Let's watch their run. Description: shoutouts to the Super Mario Galaxy crew. Of course, shoutouts to them. Kicking into the warp. Maybe doing a similar route to the last competitor? Looks like they are. Instead landing on the Piranha Plant there to get a little extra height, and doing a jump instead of a dive recover over the railing just to beat Iwer Sonsch by a little bit. Great job to Xander. Let's watch that one more time. Doing a very fast route to just go a full loop all the way around Whomp's Fortress. Starting out above the star, getting 3 red coins in the way, going around the backside, and just jumping down to the star right at the very end. Great job to Xander for getting 8th place in this competition. Next up, in 7th place, Madghostek, time of 12 seconds flat, and 5,689 re-records. That's the most so far. Let's load up their run. Description, or author: I'm not dead. Description: but I will be dead again. Sad face. Whoa there. Bunch of dive grinding to go all the way over the top. Also doing a BLJ. Pause BLJ. And just jumping all the way down to the star. Great job to Madghostek, finishing in 7th place. Nice BLJ. Pretty dang sick. Not Plush, thank you for spoiling the results. I really appreciate that, especially after I told you not to. This ROM was recorded with the ROM Your Mom Gay LaMayo, but you were using the ROM Super Mario 64, so the movie probably won't play properly. Just want to point that out. Nice dive grinding right there and a triple jump on the top of the Whomp. Pause BLJs, gets the 3rd red coin, just clips through the wall and goes all the way into the star right at the very end. Great job to Madghostek, finishing in 7th place. Next, for 6th place. The guy we all know and love, Non5N5E, with a time of 11.93 and 5,678 re-records. Beating Madghostek by 0.07 of a second. Let's load up their run. When are you coming back to the server, nonsense? Please come back. Description: I finally collected the 120th star, XDDDD. Subscribe to my channel on YouTube. I would, but you deleted it a long time ago. Unfortunate. Doing a jump dive. Slide kick to go even faster. Just doing the loop very quickly. Very optimized compared to even some of the earlier runs that did the same strategy. Shaving off like 0.4. Yeah, 0.4. Just through sheer optimization. Great loop by Nonsense. Optimized, I agree. Let's watch that one more time. Slide kicks there to get a little bit of extra speed. Just keeps moving, doesn't even stop on that rotating thing. And then goes all the way down to the star right there. Great job to Nonsense, getting 6th place in this competition. And now for the top 5. Top 5 best runs. In 5th place. 4th place, rather, Dargos, the time of 11.23 and 768 re-records. That's right, there's another tie this close to the top. With another huge cut. How on earth are they saving all this time? Let's watch Dargos' run. Description: can't CBA to optimize, open and read only. Don't worry, I am using read only. Am I not using read only? It's because I had to restart. Oh my god. Edio, I blame this on you. The guy that crashed my Moopin. Dang it, Edio. Why do you gotta do this to me? Sorry, give me 1 second while I fix this minor issue. Here we go. Starting that time. Just trying to get to the warp right now. What is he doing? Doing some kind of setup. Probably going to use this Whomp at some point. Looks like it. Has to wait. There we go. Looks like going for the triple jump all the way up on here. Probably going to do the BLJ. It looks like it. But instead of needing to get a red coin, he can just BLJ all the way to the star through the course. Because he didn't need to get the BLJ at the top, he can just go all the way through it. What the heck? And that is only 4th place. There are 3 runs faster than that. Let's load that one more time. Woohoo. Long jumps all the way over here. This is just the setup as we can recall. Moving this Whomp right here, just to be able to use him. Your triple jump. Goes over to the Whomp, triple jumps off of him. Gets 1 red coin up here, 1 red coin up here, jumps down and gets the Thwomp red coin, and then BLJs through the course to make it all the way into the star right at the very end. Great job to Dargos, finishing in 4th place in this competition, barely missing out on the medal. Better luck next time, but still doing a great job. Next up, also tied for 4th place, CeeSZee, with also a time of 11.23. And a re-record count of 16,373. Nice lure there, Sam. Destroying everyone else's re-record count. by a factor of 4. Let's load up their run. Sam, one of the best taskers in the game, of course. Look at this mini free run we get. What a present right there at the start. Instead of triple jumping using that Whomp, uses the other one to get all the way over here. Whomp, rather. Gets 2, and then BLJ's, instead of going all the way through the course, he just does the earlier BLJ. 2 completely separate BLJs on the Thwomp, also completely tied. Great job to CeeSZee for getting 4th place in the competition. Let's watch that one more time. One more time. Has to make that guy fall right at the very beginning. Right at the very beginning, rather. Dive grinds right there. Triple jumps on the top. Gets 2 red coins. And then goes into a BLJ. Has to get the 3rd run right here. That's why he can't go all the way through the course. Then has to jump to get past the fence and go all the way down to the bottom. CeeSZee, please come back. I miss you. Please come back. But in the meantime, next up, in the top 3 for this competition. Top 3 for this competition. In 3rd place, SM64 expert, not winning another task, not even getting a silver medal, getting 3rd place with a time of 11.10 and 1,897 re-record. Let's load up their run. Waiting outside the warp. Eventually going inside. Long jumping so we can just go around the front. Immediately goes for the triple jump, or goes for the BLJ rather. Goes all the way onto the corner and then just dives into the star. Getting 2 red coins with the help of that BLJ. What on earth, SM64 expert? These top runs are crazy. They're crazy. Let's watch that one more time. One more time. How did he get past the Graith Ring? He literally just sped through it. That's how. He just sped through it. Long jumps over. Long jumps around. Gets the red coin on top of the Thwomp. BLJ's on it. He actually goes over the top of it. It goes all the way down to the bottom. Was that an Iru drop at the end? Dang. That is crazy. Oh, he kicked on it. Okay, it makes sense. He certainly did a large fast. Great job to SM64 expert getting 3rd in this competition. Doing very well. Now, for the 2nd place runner in this competition, coming in 2nd place, barely missing out on 1st. In 2nd place, Nis. Time of 10.93, getting the first sub 11 and 8,312 re-records. Great job to Nis for getting 2nd place in this competition. Don't spoil the final results, by the way, if you know who's still left. Goes into the warp. Dive grinds, triple jumps off the top. Does a slide kick just to be able to get the red coin a little faster. Gets the 2nd red coin and also does a BLJ. Looks like he does a similar route to CeeSZee, just managing to probably shave off some frames where he couldn't. Shaving off 0.3 of a second. Great job to Nis. Yet another Whomp BLJ. I love how all of these top runs have the same BLJ, but in significantly different ways. It's so cool. Let's watch that one more time. Triple jumps up, slide kicks, and the instant recover with the help of that little mini thing. He did pause less, you're right. And just BLJ's over, jumps over the fence, and goes into the star. Great job to Nis, finishing in 2nd place in this competition, barely missing out on 1st place. And now, in 1st place in this competition, destroying everyone. In 1st place, 1:10:59 with a time of 6. No, in 1st place, SilentSlayers barely beating this by 0.06 of a second with -0 re-records. Of course, proving that editing re-records is completely fine and that these things are not to be trusted. Let's load up SilentSlayers Run. Congratulations for winning yet another task competition at SilentSlayers. Immediately goes in the warp. Triple jumps up, gets the 2 red coins, falls onto the Whomp, and also looks like he's going to BLJ all the way through the course and grabs the star right there. Great job to SS, just shaving frames off where some of the other competitors could not, winning this competition. Let's watch that one more time, and then one more time in slow motion, of course. There we go. Starts off by some dive grinds into a triple jump up here. Gets the first red coin, the second red coin, gets the third red coin on the way down to the Thwomp. BLJs on the Thwomp to go all the way through the wall and just go directly into the star. Doing a route pretty similar to Dargos, just shaving a tiny bit of time where he couldn't. And now for the slow motion run, as always. Starts off with some dive guns right here to get a bunch of speed. Triple jumps off of the top of that Whomp. Gets the red coin. Speed kicks across the gap. Gets the other red coin and then does some pause BLJs here. Get a bunch of speed to go all the way through the wall and dives directly into the star. Here we go. That was a great job to SS for winning this competition. Great job. But don't leave just yet. Those of you that are thinking it's over, we still have a couple DQs to go over. DQ number 1. Uganda Knuckles, who warps during the run. That is not allowed. Not allowed to warp during the run. You could only warp at the very beginning. Unfortunate. Description: why does Ted hate me? It's the meme. It's gotta be the meme. That's the only thing I can think of. Goes to the warp right here. Walks over to this red coin. Long jumps, cancels the fall damage with the help of the little slope right there. Gets the slope red coin. Misses the way up. Some more walking. Let's speed this up a little bit. Almost falls off. Gets the third red coin all the way at the bottom here. The first person, I believe, to get this red coin. Then goes into the warp one more time. And kicks into the star right at the very end. Great job, Uganda Knuckles. This is why it was DQ'd. I'm not letting you destroy my save files. I have protection against that now. The pause button. How many re-records? I don't know. But in the meantime, next DQ, Aj, who whoops before time starts and only collects 2 red coins. Unfortunate. Time starts the moment you warp. On pause right here. Starts off with a triple jump to get a bunch of speed all the way up here. Barely manages to make it. Goes all the way around. Warps. Goes back into the warp. Wasn't really the main issue why I was DQ'd. The main issue was only getting 2 red coins, of course. There's the 2 red coins he got. Misses that one. Unfortunate. Was probably going to go for that one in the task. Very unfortunate that he only got 2, finishing with 4 coins when you needed 3. Better luck next time to Aj, who was unfortunately disqualified. Yeah, I don't know, Go-Go. Stop! It's not funny to delete my save files. Everyone does it now. Okay? Okay. Yeah, warping before time starts, I guess, was allowed, but only collecting 2 red coins would have 100% DQ'd him, so he would have been disqualified regardless. Anyways, next up, Matt, who uses the wrong warp. Unfortunate to Matt. How does he use the wrong warp? There we go. He goes through the warp and then does his run. Unfortunately, that was specifically not allowed. Specifically not allowed to go into the warp after going into the warp. Walks around, jumps in the piranha plant, gets the red coin with help of that slope, walks down, side flip, wall kicks, and then does a slide kick right there at the very end to get the star. Better luck next time to Matt. Make sure you don't warp after warping. Only warp once. Yeah, using the wrong warp. And that is it. That is all the entries in this competition. But we're not done yet. We have to reveal the next task. Task 14 in Tiny Huge Island. Warp from the floating area to the purple switch area. You must collect 6 of the manually placed red coins around the small island, and end by entering any pipe. This is a solo task, and the deadline is July 12th at 11 p.m. GMT. I probably should have put that there. Unfortunate. Yeah, definitely 11 p.m. GMT. Sorry about that. Let me double check that. Yes, 11 p.m. GMT. As you can see, there are all of the locations of the red coins in this little GIF right here, animated. Those are all the red coins you need to collect. You need to collect all 6 of them. Note that they will not make a noise and will not show a number when you collect them, so you have to rely on your coin counter. But in the meantime, that is task 14. That is the task. There will be a provided save state that you will have to do the task on, obviously, because how else would you collect these red coins? But in the meantime, thank you for watching. I've been 11059, signing off.